We are having a Red Tulip reunion picnic. The current ladies of the Red Tulip get to see we do recover. And we can be sober, successful people in the community. We get to see past clients and they get to share their experience, strength, and hope with current clients and one another. I'm making deviled eggs, my specialty, so it's my contribution to the picnic.
I'd just like to thank all the people who were there for me when I was at Red Tulip 3 years ago. Today I almost have 6 years of sobriety. I spent almost... And Red Tulip helped me to believe in myself when I didn't believe in myself, you know. They believed in me. And I am now today a peer supporter for a local agency, and I get to help other women. And it's incredible, it really is. Red Tulip helped me change my life. I was able to buy a house. I never thought I could buy a house, you know. I spent 20 years in active addiction. I never thought I would be able to be married, you know. I never thought I would be able to raise a child. I never thought I would have a normal life. And so I just want to say I'm truly grateful. I love you guys.
When I started going to meetings around here, I became acquainted with the women of the Red Tulip. I had to move out of my rental that I had been in. And it just so happened that the house manager was moving out at the same time of my deadline to get out of my rental. So I was offered the job and I took a chance.
Can you tell me about your upbringing and what events led you to start using?
Ooh. Well, my father was a Vietnam veteran. Unfortunately, he struggled with a lot of his own demons, including alcoholism and addiction. That did negatively affect our family life. There was a lot of violence, a lot of brutality, a lot of fighting in our household, and a lot of drinking. But I can remember as a kid thinking, wow, that looks so fun. Completely disregarding the utter chaos and destruction that would come as a result of their drinking.
I felt alone because I was an only child for 9 years. I didn't feel like I was seen. My mom and dad were divorced by the time I was 11 months old, and we moved from Texas to Ohio, and my mom always seemed to be chasing something. Watching my mother always chasing something to give her worth, I followed in the same footsteps, and in 10th grade, wanting to be good enough, I was offered cocaine by a boyfriend and I did it.
I had the best parents ever. My parents loved my sister and I so much. And like they would like kind of show it, like my mom for Easter, she would get herself a dress and my sister and I matching dresses. My mom ended up getting sick. We didn't know what was wrong at first. And as she went, she had breast cancer. She passed away. My father died of kidney disease. I did get married before my parents died, and I have 2 great kids. And the husband and I, we would go out, we would have drinks and go places and everything. And we both wasn't happy for a period of time, which I can't say that you're supposed to be happy all the time in marriage, but I chose to drink. But then I chose to drink more.
I don't know what a little girl has to be ashamed of or guilty of, but I always carried a feeling of shame and guilt. Once I had my first drunk, I felt like I've arrived. I could talk to boys, I became pretty, I became smart, I became everything that my brain told me I never was.
When I first did cocaine in 10th grade, it made me feel like I wanted to feel like that all the time. It took away any kind of pain, any kind of thought of not being good enough, and I couldn't wait to feel like that more. And then that led to all kinds of stuff.
You know, we had some ripples in our marriage, and that was when I first got my OVI for driving under the influence. And I never had anything like that before in my life. Then I turned around and got another OVI, and I got my 3rd OVI.
Oh no.
Yes, because I'm stubborn. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I have 4 OVIs.
That just created a monster in me. The behaviors, the different kinds of substances. I wasn't peer pressured. I was asking. I wanted to try everything and anything, and I did.
It gave me a sense of ease and comfort. I loved the effects that alcohol gave me.
I thought I was in control, but obviously I was not in control.
I couldn't stop.
What was rock bottom for you, and how did you overcome it?
I got pregnant in my early 20s. So I told myself, okay, Lori, you're going to be a mom. You're going to give your kids a completely different life than you had. So you're not going to do those things anymore. Once I had that baby, it was only a matter of a few months. I went right back to it.
I was all out of options. I started getting in legal trouble, going to jail. My children were 2.5 and 5 years old. I didn't know how to be a mom. I didn't know how to give unconditional love. I didn't think I ever had unconditional love.
I came to the Red Tulip house because I had no choice. I had to go somewhere and be around the people that is going to help keep me sober, because I can't keep going. I couldn't keep living the way that I was living.
I laid in bed that morning praying to God to just take me. I'm never going to be any good. I'm never going to be a good example to my children. I'm not a good grandma, so just kill me. And then I found the will to live, because I called an old friend, and I went that night to my first meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I've been saying yes ever since. And those are the meetings that I met the ladies of the Red Tulip, the meetings that changed my life.
A dear friend let me know of an opportunity for people who just need support and love. People like me.
When I moved here, it was Lori who helped me get in here. Doors pretty much started opening for me right away. Over time, I began to absorb what they were saying to me instead of just hearing it, and seeing their lives and watching them laugh, go places and have fun, not being stuck somewhere. It was what I wanted. They had what I wanted. I haven't drank in years, and I'm very thankful for that. When they talk about the way their life is now, I want that. I want that for myself.
The Red Tulip Project introduced me to so many other resources. They taught me how to give back to the community that I had taken so much from all of my years in darkness.
I've seen them overcome obstacles that they never thought they could. We are people's children, we're people's parents, we're people's daughters, friends, sisters, brothers, and guess what? We go out into the community and become something. So welcome to the Red Tulip House. This is our living room. Nice comfy furniture. We have our family dinners here at this table. This is our prayer and meditation room. I kind of made this up when I moved in here. We've got some meditation books in here. We all have our own day for laundry. Just out here, we have phase 1 of the garden done.
When do you think it will be complete?
I don't know, we need funding. Come with me down the basement. I'll tell you one thing, I was really grateful for this space down here when I had COVID. I didn't have to quarantine in my bedroom alone. This is a great space for the girls to come and just work off some of that energy.
Part of the position of a peer support is using your experience to model recovery, and it always takes me back and remember that there was a time when individuals thought little of me. I was labeled, I was dismissed, I was pushed to the side, and here I am, today as an overcomer. Red Tulip is more than just the Monarch Meadow home. We actually run several outreach programs. This gives us the option to be able to go out into the community and grab those individuals and partner and pair with them on a peer-to-peer level and help them do the same thing, right? Recognize that they have purpose, they have value, there's dignity in them, they're loved, and increase their pathway of recovery too. We run the Christian 12-step life recovery group, as well as a lot of the other community resources where we're constantly trying to find ways that we can be a benefit to those around us.